to think and move fast. Stay one step ahead of Declan. If I make even a single mistake, there are no second chances this time. He murdered Nick. He murdered Dennis, and he'll murder us. If I can predict his next moves, we might be able to get the upper hand. Who he is will tell me what he'll do.
So, ich versuche jetzt schon eine ganze Weile.
I could tackle Declan to get him off Anna.
Ein anderes Ende zu
I
bekommen.
could try going for his gun.
Ich krieg's irgendwie nicht hin, ich kriege immer dasselbe. Jetzt versuche ich mal hier irgendwas zu ändern. Was hört sich dummer an?
Throwing a rock at his head could disorient him.
Rammen, oder? Wir versuchen es mit dem Rammen. Anna zur Hilfe ein.
If Anna can keep him busy a bit longer, I'll be able to close in on Declan.
Bitte, mach das bitte. In der Hoffnung, dass was anderes passiert.
Anna!
Ich glaube, es passiert was anderes.
Declan can't see me. I have to use this to my advantage. I should strike him on his blind side and use the element of surprise. But that'll only work if I can predict what he'll do next. Think, Sam. Anna's been shot. I need to help her, and fast. No more mistakes, Sam. Declan might go for his gun. Anna's been shot. I need to help her, and fast. No more mistakes, Sam.
Ja, ich glaube, wir bekommen es hin.
You know Declan's killed 2 people already.
Put them in the dirt.
But he kills for reasons, yeah? He
He wants to destroy the evidence.
And since your girlfriend has it,
You better act fast, man. Declan might attack me now. If Declan heads this way, I should wait here and ambush him.
Versuchen wir es.
Hiding, eh? Your boyfriend's smarter than he looks. Now give me that.
no!
Definitiv das schlechte Ende. Jawohl.
Get off!
2 Schüsse hat sie schon.
If I don't do something, we're dead. But if I do the wrong thing... I have to stay focused. Account for all the elements at play here.
So,
Anna's been shot again. She might not make it.
jetzt
I
werde ich
need
noch
to
zum
take out
Telefon
Declan
eilen.
now.
Dann ist das nämlich kaputt. Ja, ich habe sehr oft schon
I could try
alles
calling for
durchgespielt. Alles, was heißt alles? Also die letzte Option habe ich immer geändert. Aber so wie es aussieht, hat es nicht gereicht. So, und jetzt eilen wir zur Hilfe. Also
Going for the
ruf
phone would bring
versuchen,
Declan's
Hilfe
focus
zu
onto
rufen.
me. But if the phone
Dadurch
gets
geht das
damaged,
Telefon
I
kaputt
might not be able to
und
use it later.
Anna kann nicht gerettet werden. So bekommen wir jetzt das schlechte Ende, denke ich mal. Ja, es ist kaputt.
No one's coming to help you.
Bastard.
No, no, no! Anna? Can you hear me? I need you to stay with me. I need you to...
Ich finde das immer noch schlimm, immer zu sehen. Jetzt können wir uns einiges anhören, denke ich mal. Und eine schöne Rede gibt's auch nicht. Über unserem ersten Ende.
This is one funeral I can't avoid.
Sam, got a moment?
Nein.
I hope you know you've got my honest sympathies. If there's anything the Basswood Police Department can do for you, or even just little old me, you give me a holler, all right? For now, I wanted to tell you, we found Declan's fingerprints on Dennis's gun. Dickie's statement also corroborates your testimony. No charges are going to be filed against you. It's clear self-defense. Still hard to believe a man I trusted was running a drug ring. Here.
Okay,
I
das
really don't know what to
ist...
say.
Die Gespräche
just a
scheinen die gleichen
platitude?
zu sein.
I don't need any honeyed words. I assume I'm not your favorite person right now. Declan pulled the wool over all of our eyes. All I can say is we're all just people. Ain't no such thing as the Basswood Police. Just people entrusted with power. And Declan, as terrible as it seems he was not always a bad person. My sin is failing to see the man he became, rather than the one he once was.
Don't make it sound like a small oversight. He was part of a drug ring.
You're entitled to your opinion. Everyone is. No, I do my best. Anyway, I guess I've kept you long enough. I'll let you go now. Look after yourself, Sam.
You can tell a lot about people just by paying attention. Well, I'm paying attention now.
Stimmt. Er hat ja sein ganzes Team hier dadurch verloren. Gut, ich glaube, mit ihm reden ist einfach nur Zusatz. Machen wir trotzdem.
Hey, Ethan.
Sam, I'm not sure what to say. I know you and Anna were close. I'm sorry about what happened.
I appreciate that. Hey,
Oh, you're never gonna apologize for breaking in, huh? What an asshole. But I guess you have other things to worry about. It's been a hell of a week. So, you, holding up all right?
I can't change what happened. I'm trying to take things one day at a time.
Well, sounds like you're on the right path. Listen, next time you're at the Haven, let me buy you a beer, all right?
I'll probably take you up on that.
Stimmt, er hat sich gar nicht entschuldigt. Bei dem anderen einen schlechten Ende hat er sich wenigstens entschuldigt. Schon arschig. Dem hätte ich jetzt kein Bier mehr angeboten. Wo war denn... Da. Dannys Grab.
You were just an unlucky bystander. He looks so lost. It's been a rough week.
Yes, it has. Maybe the roughest I have ever seen. And I've lived almost twice as long as you.
Wie arschig ist es denn bitte, dass ich einfach hätte gehen können?
There'll be better weeks than this. It'll pass.
I know. Time heals all. It's hard to find any truth to it right now. So many people I love are gone. It leaves a pallor on the world. I'm not sure where I'll go from here. What about you? Did you have time to consider what comes next?
I'm not planning to stay in town. Nothing for me here anymore.
Hard to blame you. I might leave as well, if I'm being honest. Time to hang up my saddle.
Any idea where you'd go?
None. But I have money saved for retirement. I could waste it traveling with my mother, see the world, live life instead of writing about it. And you might think about doing the same. Life is short and fleeting, like the sunset. If you pay attention, it can be beautiful. If you don't, it's gone before you even know it happened. Anyway, I've rambled on long enough. Make sure to look after yourself, Samuel.
Ja, da hat er recht. Kann sein, dass ich das beim letzten Mal auch schon gesagt habe.
I don't think talking is going to make either of us feel any better.
Schön, noch nicht mal mit dir reden.
Bug? I know how you feel. I miss her so much.
I wish I hadn't given Anna such a hard time before. She didn't want to be a stepmother, and, well, I didn't want to be a stepdaughter. Now, I don't know. I'll never know if it could have been okay. I shouldn't have told you about my dad.
You sensed that something was up. Why apologize for being right?
That's true. It just... If I hadn't said anything, this wouldn't have happened to Anna. But I was so mad about my dad. So mad that I couldn't even cry. Well, I couldn't until now. Until I finally knew what happened. And that makes me feel selfish. Like all of this happened because of me.
Come here.
So, it's not my fault?
Of course not. You didn't make Declan do those bad things.
But,
But nothing. It's not your fault.
Sam. Of course, she just walks off. I don't know how to reach that girl. It was hard before, but now she's completely shut me out.
It's not surprising, given what happened. This town is no place for a teenager. Kathy, now is the time to get out of Basswood.
You don't understand. It's not that easy to leave. You've always managed to get Joan to talk to you. Any advice?
Kathy, when did you start taking opioids?
What? What does that have to do
Okay,
with...
das ist nicht
What do you
besser.
think happens if someone finds out and reports you? You could lose your job.
How dare you? You don't know anything about what I've been through.
I don't, but it doesn't change the facts. You need to get help.
Oh, and who's gonna look after Joan in the meantime? Who'll pay for the treatment, huh?
Don't you have family in the region?
Well, there is my sister down in Virginia, but
But you're not on good terms, Joan told me. Still, you don't have a choice if you intend to keep custody of her.
You've always been a cold-hearted asshole. You know that? Do her a favor and forget about us for good this time.
Ich mache hier aber ein richtig mieses Ende.
I'll leave them to it. Not the type of situation I can help with anyways.
Na, wenigstens können wir ihn diesmal nicht beschuldigen.
It should have been me. I'm so sorry.
Okay.
Joe, I'm
You
so...
promised. You promised you'd keep her safe. I knew she was in danger. Your poker face has always been crap, but I trusted you. Thought you'd keep her safe. Thought you cared for her, but you didn't. She's dead, and I'm still here. Old. Broken. Why didn't you kill that bastard sooner? Why'd you let him take my little girl? Should have... My little girl. My little girl. I'm sorry. I know you did all you could. I'm glad she wasn't alone. Sam, you're the only one who might know the pain I'm going through.
For what it's worth, I'm here for you.
It ain't worth nothing.
Das ist schon hart. Das ist richtig hart diesmal. Verzeihung. Bitte sag mir, dass ich jetzt nicht noch eine Rede halten muss. Das kann nämlich nur schlecht ausgehen.
Anna she was words. You spend your whole life devoted to them, yet they fail you when you need them most. I miss her. And I don't think I have anything else.
I think you managed to give voice to the feelings of many of us here. Do you mind if I speak a little? I didn't know her as well as most of you.
Of course. Anyone can speak if they want to.
I only knew Anna for a few years. But within that short time, she impressed me with her strength. She understood what really mattered wasn't herself, but something greater. The community around her, her friends, her loved ones. She was a true defender of the common good. The kind of person who's always looking after whoever is standing next to her. She was fearless. You only needed to look her in the eyes for a few seconds.
Ja, will jetzt aber nicht noch die Grabrede fertig machen, oder?
Common good. I've heard that before.
Good.
Common good shit, right?
I know what she'll say. Calm down. Think of the common good.
Don't understand. It's not that easy to leave.
Kathy, could she be the supplier?
Get out the way.
Something's missing. How did Declan know I was meeting Dennis?
Heard you messed up Dennis pretty good last night.
Go check on Joan.
Who overheard me and Dennis talking? Who told Declan?
Your barroom brawl. Best to prevent you from following that other man outside.
Have you met Hugh? He took over the old pharmacy just after you left.
Nick suspected a drug ring flourished after the mine closed.
I'm afraid you'd end up like your friend. Good. Compromising was never her way. She was ready to pay the ultimate price if it meant getting the truth out. Because Basswood meant more to her than her own life. We will honor her memory by keeping what she fought for. This community together. It's the least she deserves.
There's drugs in them hills.
That would have been Nick's title for this article. He would have started with a self-deprecating tirade about how he couldn't resist the joke. It would have been a good opening. He never wrote that article. It would have been about greed, drugs, and lies. Nick was found dead on the side of the road. It was called an accident. It wasn't. Now let me tell you a story about the men who murdered him, and about the truth he died for.
Well, folks, I hope you got your seatbelts on, because we've got one nasty story coming up. 2 years ago, West Virginia, a small mining town loses its mind. Income plummets, unemployment skyrockets. The stage is set for an unscrupulous pharmacist to roll into town. Two years later, over 1 million pills were shipped to the small
Okay, da
West
haben wir
Virginia
noch nicht mal
town of
die
Basswood.
Möglichkeit zu sagen, ja gut, nee.
The article by journalist Samuel Higgs
Macht
goes
Sinn,
on.
irgendwo. Er hat ja da keine Empathie.
Investigation of Hugh Kirkland, a seemingly respectable senior, who turned out to be the mastermind behind this pill mill scheme. The Basswood Police Department is now under investigation. How the small town of Basswood can recover from such a blow is anyone's guess. All right, time to kick up your feet on the dashboard.
When I eat the ghost hunger, and I need a ghost wonder what it's like to be fed on the past for a body in the past.
Trust me on this. I won't let you down.
We'll see about that, Sam. We'll see.
You asshole! Not exactly what I had in mind.
Hello? A woman has been shot. I need an ambulance. Just hurry! Okay, good. Stay with me. You have to stay with me.
I'm fine. Don't worry.
Anna, please.
This is Carrie James at 104.3 WVCK, the Basswood Sound. You heard the news today? A local cop who died in that fatal shooting last week is apparently the head of a small opioid ring right here in Basswood. Crazy. It's believed he used his position to bring in drugs from all over the county and that he murdered 2 people in an attempted cover-up. Good news, however, the journalist who was wounded while confronting the rogue cop was released from the hospital today.
Okay, ich glaube, entscheidend ist nur das Letzte.
Nice to see you up and about.
Him again? He really wants to be a part of this community, doesn't he? Wait, scratch that. He really wants to look like he's part of this community. Nice to see you again. Paying your respects?
I thought I'd wished Anna my best. What affects the community affects us all, Sam. Lots of well-wishers. Kathy, Walter, Bess. Makes me feel a touch like a ghoul.
Well, sometimes it's what it takes to be part of the community. I know how it feels to be outside looking in.
Very astute. Putting down roots is a rather active process.
Wir müssen zusammenhalten? Oder wie geht es Katie? Wir machen mal, wir
Us
müssen
outsiders have
zusammenhalten.
to stick together. Can't let the insiders know how much they scare us.
No, we cannot. I feel so selfish keeping you away from everyone. I'm sure Anna is waiting for you. You have a good day. No. You have a good life, young man.
I'll try. Looks like I'm not the only one who's come to visit Anna. I'm so glad she's finally out of the hospital.
Sam, hold your horses. Anna's busy with the sheriff. You should probably give him a moment or two.
Sure, Joe. How you been?
How have I been? Son, I appreciate you being here for Anna, but it don't change what happened. My girl's hurt, real bad. And things could have been even worse without you. You did good.
See? Told you promising him you'd keep his daughter safe was a good idea. Who knows, it might have even given you the extra boost you needed against Declan. But you did do good. Well done, champ.
Anna did good, too. I wouldn't be standing here if it weren't for her.
Well, that makes two of us. You know, Anna told me how things went down up there. Said you getting inside Declan's head saved her skin.
I just talked. Said anything, and everything, and whatever. It worked out.
She said as much. Well, whatever you did, it worked. I'm glad you were there. I know you're really here for my daughter. And today, you're not the only one. Lots of good people have come around to see how she's doing. Don't you be a stranger, Sam. Not a lot of people with a good handshake left.
Ich dachte, da käme jetzt noch was. Der guckte so merkwürdig. Draußen ist niemand mehr. Also, hier an der Veranda,
Where are
klar.
they? Where are Dad's notebooks? The yellow legal pad ones?
You can get them later. You need to say hello to the guests who just arrived.
The yellow ones were Dad's favorites. I wanted to start using them. They've got to be here somewhere. Just
Joan
give me
Waldron.
a minute.
Don't make me say it again.
Fine. I guess it doesn't really matter. Careful, Muley. She's in one of her moods.
I'm sorry you had to see that. It was hard before, but now she's completely shut me out.
She's still trying to make sense of all that's happened. She's been through a lot. Maybe Basswood just isn't the right place for her anymore.
You don't understand. It's not that easy to leave.
Kathy, I'm not here to judge. I just want to help.
I know. Sorry. I've just been dealing with so much lately.
Das
You've
ist ja
always managed to get Joan to
gerade
talk to you.
dasselbe.
Any advice?
Dialog.
Now, Sam, we need to be really careful about this. Kathy's already on edge. Joan noticed her mom is overdoing the painkillers, but we can't just kick the door down and confront her directly. Kathy, Joan is distant because she feels you haven't been yourself lately. She told me at times it's like you don't see her.
It's nothing against her. I've just been working myself ragged, and I hurt my back, and...
She said it wasn't just that. She's noticed the pills.
It's the only way I can deal with my back, and it helps with other things.
Look, I can't imagine how hard it is to raise a child by yourself. But I don't want to see Joan grow apart from the last parent she has.
Oh, God. I didn't realize it got that bad. You're right. I need to get help. Sam, could I count on you to help look after Joan every now and then? She needs the people she loves close to her right now.
I'd love to. I get along better with her than most adults.
I thought I could do this alone.
I'm here to help in any way I can.
Thank you. And if you ever need something, know your family. I should really say hi to the other guests. Take care.
Welche anderen Gäste? Da hinten waren noch keine anderen Gäste, oder? Habe ich was übersehen? Ich will ja nichts sagen, aber den Papa von der Hauseigentümerin würde ich jetzt nicht als Gast sehen. Kleine Maus.
Hey, Bug.
Hey, Muley.
This one is all you. I never could get a read on her. How are you holding up?
Fine, I guess. Well, at least that's what most people want me to say when they ask.
Come on, Bug. I want to know how you feel. How you really feel.
I guess better today than yesterday? Maybe. I still miss Dad. But finding out what happened to him, I don't know, makes me feel a bit better.
It'll keep feeling better with time. Even if it's hard, you have to keep one thing in mind. You're not alone. And your mom will always be there for you, no matter what.
What about you? Are you staying this time?
I'm not sure yet.
Oh.
But I promised your mom I'd help keep you out of her hair.
You did?
Of course. I figured you might be happy to have me around every now and then.
Yeah. I mean, maybe. Every now and then. So we'll get to hang out again? Like in maybe board games at the coffee shop? Just like old times?
Anytime you want.
You're the best, Muley.
I'm all right. Listen, I need to find Anna now. I'll see you around, okay?
The sooner the better.
Aber wir reden trotzdem erstmal mit den anderen Leuten. Warum ist das for sale? Will sie es wieder verkaufen? Warum steht da nicht sold? Bin ich mal gespannt. So, Walter, was hast du auf dem Herzen?
Walter.
Samuel, my boy. As I live and breathe. I kept meaning to call, but phones are so impersonal. How are you holding up?
I'm just happy Anna's coming home. Things could have been much worse.
It always can be. It always can be. You went through something terrible, but I'm glad you came out the other end. I've had a brush myself with the Maker here and there, and I would never call them fun. Not fun at all. Life-affirming, though, definitely. Even for those close to you, it leaves a mark. Now, 2 members of my family of heart are gone. One is wounded. It might be time for me to finally hang up my saddle. The Basswood Jungle has printed its last pages.
Consider taking some time to think it through. This doesn't sound like you. My first week in the bullpen, you said to me, "The pen is not a sword, but a shield." You take this town's shield away?
Using my own words against me. Believe me, I wish there were another way. But I lost my flame, and there's no one to pick up the torch. Except...
He's gonna offer you to be editor-in-chief. He never liked you leaving in the first place, though he is missing the obvious. Anna. She's connected to this place in a way that you aren't. She'd be the right choice. If you're not interested in the position yourself, that is.
You. I see no one more up to the task. You've proven time and time again you're the quintessence of a journalist. I should have told you a long time ago.
Was machen wir? Was machen wir? Ich denke mal, das eine würde heißen, wir bleiben, das andere würde eventuell heißen, dass wir gehen.
It would be an honor.
The jungle hasn't gotten an inch bigger than when you left. And with the way the whole industry is going, it might not last much longer.
Walter, you've made the sale. Cash in while you still can.
Great. Great. I'm surprised you said yes.
I'm surprised you offered. What with my history?
Because you use ink and paper to point out hypocrisy and right wrongs? Few are half as brave, which is why every community needs a Samuel in it. We have much to discuss, but you're not here for an old fuddy-duddy. If I can give you a small piece of advice, a good life is one where you keep your friends close to your heart.
Ich mag ihn. Das heißt, wir machen den Durchgang nochmal und sagen dann Anna. Yay! Und schauen, was
And you make sure
passiert.
to push yourself. Get some fresh air. Don't let these doctors keep you cooped up for too long now. Oh, Sam, you're finally here. I was looking for you. Now, I know you've been through hell and back. I know that. If there's anything the Basswood Police Department can do for you, or even just little old me, you give me a holler, all right? For now, well, I got some good news for you for once. We found Declan's fingerprints on Dennis's gun. And since your testimony and Anna's corroborate Dickie's statement, no charges are going to be filed against you or Anna. It's clear self-defense. Still hard to believe a man I trusted was running a drug ring. Here.
She's worried about her re-election chances as sheriff. She's playing
Aber warum
cleanup
wird
for
sie
the
auf
whole
einmal so
police
laut?
force right now. Before
Kam
you
mir das nur so
answer,
vor.
just remember, it's always nice to have a police chief as a friend. It wasn't your fault. No one saw it coming.
I still would have trusted him with my life. He was serious, dedicated. Looking back, maybe obsessed.
It's a rot that grows deep under the floorboards. I didn't see it either.
What happened isn't on you.
Thanks, officer.
Bess, hon. I've known you too long for you to call me anything else. Well, I'd love to stay, but I'm afraid duty calls. Look after yourself, Sam.
So, bleibt nur noch eine über. Wenn ich nicht am Busch hängen bleibe.
So, I wasn't sure you'd show up at all.
Yeah, I meant to get here before you, but I had to stop by the cemetery on the way. Finally paid Nick a visit.
Still doesn't feel like he's gone, right? I was still thinking he'd come greet me when I opened the door, you know?
You feeling okay?
Is it crazy to say it feels like the longest day of my life is finally over?
Same here. It didn't feel like it would end. But at least I had you with me.
Lucky for you, or you would have been the one getting shot.
Sorry. Sorry.
What about you? How are you compacting everything?
It's way too big. It feels like a reel-to-reel film. That all really happened.
It's surreal, that's for sure.
I don't know if it'll ever feel real.
At least it's over. Whatever was on Nick's laptop is gone forever. But so are the bad guys. The scales are balanced.
If you say so. It's just...
Want to tell me what you're doing here? Talk about the little details that don't add up and don't really matter? You better not be taking my happy ending away from us.
It's just that... Okay. So I talked to Walter. He's about to retire.
Wait, what?
And he offered me the position of editor-in-chief.
What did you say?
I told him yes.
You did not.
I did. And then he went on about fatherly advice and left.
I mean, asking you sounds like Walter, but what bizarro world had you saying yes?
One in which I grew up.
So, does that mean you're staying?
I can't really head the local paper if I'm not in Basswood.
I'd like that. You sticking around. You know, you need business cards.
No one uses business cards anymore.
It's the 21st century, Higgs. What's old is new again. And think about what Walter would want.
Well, business cards it is then.
Jetzt bin ich gespannt.
Thank you, but no. This town and I have too much history.
Quite right, quite right. It was a silly idea.
What about Anna? I can't think of anyone who cares more about Basswood.
Anna? She's always been a bit of a freelancer. I hadn't considered it. Though now I feel like a real tomfool. Do you think she'd take it?
We won't know until you ask her.
Wonderful. But Samuel, make sure this isn't goodbye. And next time I send you a text,
I'll answer it, Walter. I promise.
if I can give you a small piece of advice, a good life is one where you keep your friends close to your heart.
Okay. So I talked to Walter. How would you like to be the next editor-in-chief of the Basswood Jungle?
What? Are you kidding?
I'm not. He's about to retire. I promised I'd talk you into it if you tried to turn it down.
I don't even know if I'd want it.
You know, I could use a job. If you don't want to do it, I'm sure Walter would...
Don't you dare. I do want that position. Okay, if I'm doing this, I might need help. What about you? Are you leaving town again?
I plan to stick around, at least for a little while. Maybe for a long while.
That's good. I'm gonna need writers.
I'll be here. Someone has to make sure this place doesn't burn down.
Sam Higgs, Basswood Protector.
Sounds a lot better than Destroyer.
I am gonna need business cards.
No one uses business cards
Ich
anymore.
glaube, das gefällt mir sogar noch.
It's the 21st
Vielleicht ein
century,
Ticken
Higgs.
besser.
What's old is new again.
Ich bin mir unsicher.
And think
Im
about what
Grunde
Walter
ist es
would
ja
want.
dasselbe.
Well, business cards it is then.
Ich hoffe, euch hat das kleine Special gefallen, als ich noch die anderen Enden reingehauen habe. Ja, das ist jetzt mal wirklich der Abschluss von dem Projekt. Und mir bleibt, ich habe es ja schon eigentlich alles im eigentlichen letzten Part gesagt. Ich hoffe, das Projekt hat euch gefallen und ihr seid, falls ja, lasst gerne ein Like da. Und falls ihr es noch nicht habt, auch gerne ein Abo. Und ansonsten hoffe ich, wir sehen uns beim nächsten Projekt. Und bis dahin, bye.